Let's go to Charlie, who's a Spurs fan. All right, Charles?
Good evening, Charlie.
Right. How are you both doing? Great
I'm
show,
very well,
way.
Charlie.
Yeah, Charles, I'm having a bad day, mate. Honestly, like I was at Cheltenham last night. I've had a long day already, and I've come in. I've got Mr. Chirpy over here. Spurs getting beat. Honestly, it's I can't wait for it to be 10 o'clock.
Well, I was having a good day up until 5:30, and I think the minute that game kicked off, it was quite clear that Fulham had their tactics sorted, and they knew what they were going to do, and I just think it exposed the biggest problem we have at Tottenham, which is Ange is a one-trick pony. I love Ange. He's the kind of guy that I'd love to have a beer with down the pub, and he plays all that exciting football that we want to see at Tottenham. And for 3 years we've been saying we don't care if we win a trophy, we just want exciting football.
Right,
we're getting that, but the flip side of it is that it's hard when you're at the game. But from what I could see at the game today, Fulham decided that they weren't going to try and play the ball around on the floor. They were playing a long ball, and 9 out of 10 times Romero was getting beat when that ball went up there, and then they put it out onto the wide, and it looked like that they were overloading us, and every single time they were in acres of space in the wide areas and getting the ball in, and Ange just didn't know how to deal with that. So there's two ways now to beat Tottenham. Number one, which what Villa tried last week, stick all your men behind the ball, let us come onto you, and then counter-attack very quickly. Wolves did that perfectly 3 weeks ago. And now they've shown today, if you play the ball around, we'll probably nick it off you. So play it long, get it out onto the wide, and get the ball into the box, and we can't defend.
Makes a good point, really. I mean, look, the problem is you've got here, Charles, is we wanted good football, right? But there's still some players in the team, and as Gabby said, we're not Man City, we're not Arsenal at the moment, we're not Liverpool. We've got a group of players who are good players. Some of them are going to get better, and some of them are not. But we're playing some good stuff. Like, look how great it was last week.
I do think, Charlie, there's a project going on at Spurs, and the banter aside, Spurs will make top 5 this season, be in the Champions League, and then in the summer, you need to get some better players in. You need a top number 9. Son on the left, Kulusevski on the right, Werner and Johnson coming off the bench. They shouldn't be starting games for Spurs in the Premier League for me. So Spurs, it's progression, isn't it?
But if we go back to the Euro final, I was at the Euro final. For the first 20 minutes, England played Italy off the park. Mancini made a tactical switch during that game, and then suddenly Italy started to get the better of us, and they won that game. And Southgate took a long time to adapt. So, I think it's universally accepted that that game was won on a tactical switch that Mancini made. When is Ange ever going to make a tactical switch? So when a team has the better of us over the first 20 minutes, and it's clear to all of us in the stands, we're going to lose this game.
Well, how many times has that happened, and then you come back second half and won the game this season?
Yeah, I mean, it does happen, but if we're going to press on and we're never going to make any tactical changes...
But he does make tactical changes, Charles. He did it today. The players weren't good enough. You can't blame Ange every week if the team don't play well. At the end of the day, that team he put out there pumped Aston Villa the week before. And, then today, they're awful. I mean, what do you want from Ange? He ain't walking on the football pitch. There's only so much a manager can do. He's saying he wants to play free-flowing football. Go out there, do the business. He changed 3 midfielders after the 65th minute.
What did you want him to do? To bring, Sarr and Basuma further back and play more counter-attack?
It was clear that Porro and Udogie were completely out of the game. And in that inverted fullback, it works so well when you're going forward, but when you're under the cosh because long balls are coming in and we're losing those long balls and it's going out wide, there was just huge open gaps out there, and it exposed that. When we're having, if you look back over our stats over the last probably 5 or 6 games, we're averaging between 65 and 75% of the possession. We're going at teams. Today, that wasn't the case because we couldn't get the ball off of Fulham because they were going long, winning that long ball and getting it out into those overloads on the wings. I love Ange and I love the football that we're playing, but it's going to be a roller coaster. That's all I'm saying, because we do have a one-trick pony. And we'll come back on the show and make all the apologies to every Spurs fan that's going to hate me for saying it. But I don't think we'll win anything under Ange. And I think if we want to go on and be a team that's going to challenge, because under the new financial fair play rules, with all of the stadium and the revenue that we've got a serious chance over the next 4 or 5 years to really start challenging.
What are you talking about, Charles? What are you talking about? No, we've got Ange in, he's doing a good job. You've got to give him time.
But I just don't believe that under this style of football, where it doesn't seem that he's willing to adapt his formations mid-game in order to counter the opposition's tactics.
I disagree with you, mate. I have to totally disagree. I can't believe you're saying that, Charles.
Harsh.
It's been a breath of fresh air, this manager, this season. And you're digging him out saying you ain't going to win anything.
If he would have followed Postecoglou in, would we have said that he was a breath of fresh air? I love Ange, so please don't
What do you
get
mean?
me wrong. Well, we had absolutely toxic, negative football and an environment at Tottenham for 2 or 3 years under Conte and Mourinho. So of course Ange coming in, playing exciting football, attacking football, of course it's a breath of fresh air. And we're loving it. And we go home and we go away and we back the team. I just don't believe we're going to go on and win anything, because teams are going to figure out that when you're playing a manager that isn't willing to change his formation, if you can get the better of them on that formation, you're going to beat them. Man for man, Tottenham are a better team than Fulham. Do you agree?
Yes.
There you go. So Fulham had a better...
But that was today. Last week, over the course of the season, we've lost today. We've lost 7 games this season. So have Aston Villa.
Yeah.
We're fighting out for the top 4. At the end of the day, yeah, we weren't good enough today. But we're not the finished article, are we? We're not Man City. We're not Liverpool. We're not Arsenal at this moment in time. They're seasons in front of us in terms of their build with managers that they've had. Look at Arteta. They've stuck with him. I remember when Arsenal fans were coming on saying they wanted Arteta out. It was trending all the time. Now look at him.
Give him a chance, Charlie.
Give him time. He's been in a job 6 months.
Yeah, but I think you're misunderstanding what I'm saying. I love Ange, and I'm enjoying Tottenham, and I'm willing to take the losses because the highs are very high. But I just don't personally think, unless Ange is going to seriously consider changing formation during games, I don't think Tottenham will go on and win anything under him.
All right. I mean, Charles, unbelievable. I mean, Gabs, you agree with that?
Listen, I don't agree with him, but I hear where he's coming from. What he's basically saying is, like, that formation that Ange plays, the style of play, if it's not working in the game, can he tweak it? Well, his way of tweaking it is making changes. You know, if it's not working, okay, Johnson, you're off. Werner, you're on. Richarlison, you're on. I mean, if you get better players in the summer...
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? You get a better number 9 that starts, but if he's got his way of playing, he's not going to change it. He said that. What with Chelsea? You're down to 9 men against Chelsea. He's still going to play it.
So we are,
He doesn't care.
So we are.
Here we are, mate. He's gone to Mancini.
I know. I'm sitting there thinking, hold on a minute. This team's been brilliant to watch. We'd have been the team to watch this season. People have loved watching us. Sometimes, at this moment in time, you're going to get beat because we haven't got a team like Manchester City.
What did he want today? What did he want for Basuma to sit in front of the striker, Muniz, so he wasn't getting it?
So.
Maybe that's what he's saying, tweaking it in that way.
Yeah, I get what he's saying.
Maybe that, yes, you can do that. That doesn't stop Maddison and Sarr making them run forward. Maybe that little tweak is what he's talking about. But to say that if he doesn't do that, we're never going to win anything. Spurs are the one team after Manchester City I would pay to go and watch. I'll pay money to go and watch at the Spurs Stadium.
We'll double charge you and all, let me tell you.
I bet, yeah. What is it? £15 for a Coke? For a Coke Zero.
No VIP treatment coming your way, son.
On AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.